Holy mackerel. Over 6 months has passed since I posted a video. Didn't get started nearly as early as I wanted to. We got Memorial Day weekend here and weather's beautiful. Yeah, I wanted to start earlier, but I got projects at home. Had to, some stuff on the inside of the house that I wanted to get done. Finish up the man cave, with Kim's approval, of course. But yeah, I'm back at it, getting back in the swing. Lots to do this year. All the hard stuff is really done. You know, getting the engine in. Last year was pretty tough. But the goal this year is to get it running. Ring out the mechanicals, make sure everything works good. But there's a whole litany of things I need to do before I need to even get it running. So yeah, there's a huge list. But yeah, I'm still alive. I'm still plugging away, and I'm going to get back in the groove of things here and get this thing on the road. Let's take a look at what's planned in the very near future. And first things first is the transmission controller harness. It's really the only bit of automotive electronics on this thing. As you know, the 12 valve is a mechanical engine. The Allison transmission, the 6-speed transmission, is an electronic transmission. So we got to interface the transmission with the engine to make it work properly, obviously. So we got the TCM. And some other stuff here that gets finalized once it's installed, but we got all the connectors, you know, for the sensors on the transmission and the main plug. But I made that last winter in the basement, great winter project. But that will get housed up near the driver's compartment under that plastic cover. And there's going to be other components along with the transmission controller. You got the main relay that turns off all the electronics with the key. There's also the oh my gosh, what else is there going to be? There's going to be a speed interface, or actually I should say RPM interface. It's a sensor that bolts to the bell housing, if you will, reads the starter teeth, the flywheel teeth, and that translates into an RPM signal, which will go to an electronic dash that I got. I'm replacing that old dash that's in there with a 1-gauge electronic gauge package, which is gonna have every gauge that I need: boost, oil pressure, you know, the standard stuff. So that's first. And yeah, another project, I got to do the Desmo service on this Ducati. That's a 2-day project, but fun, very fun. The next project is the exhaust. I know I had said that I wanted to make a really kind of neat exhaust tip that would come out the side there. Just for the sake of saving time, I'm going to use some of the old bus exhaust tubes, and we'll get something rigged up. Just have a side outlet. It's kind of cool because there was a 4-inch exhaust in the bus, so we'll get that pointed out the side. And then here's the old down tube for the turbo, and they use that really cool flex pipe. I don't know if I'll use that, but yeah, that's project number 2. And there's just a bunch of stuff to do. The gauges, as you can see, there's the old pod. None of that shit's gonna work. So we'll get that electronic touchscreen dash situated in there, and then got to get all the sensors put on the engine. There's a pyrometer on there for the EGT. There's just some miscellaneous coolant pipes for the radiator. And yeah, just in general, just a bunch of fiddly stuff. Other things I need to do is, I'm going to take this nose cone off again. I just put it on just for the sake of having it keep its shape. I didn't like the idea of it just sitting on the ground, and this older fiberglass, I think, probably tends to hold its shape once it's in a, if it's sitting for too long. But yeah, I'll get that. I'll take its ugly ass face off again, and I'll probably get some nice, maybe some black stainless mesh and fill in the holes there for the radiator. But you get a peek at some of the hardware in there. Obviously, it indicates the gear heads that there's something going on there. But yeah, we'll get that kind of disassembled again, and so I can have access to it, and we'll get the fluids topped off, the transmission fluid, all that stuff. When time comes to start this thing up, it's going to be kind of nerve-wracking because, well, I know the engine runs. It's going to fire up right away, more than likely. But then it's checking for leaks, making sure all my fittings are good, because there is a ton of fittings on here: transmission and power steering and Hydro Boost brakes. So there's a lot to check initially, and it's going to be nerve-wracking. But yeah, there's just a whole bunch of little things to get wrapped up before it starts up. But like I said, the hard stuff is pretty much over now. It's just wringing this puppy out. So yeah, I'm ready to get it back into the swing, get this thing on the road. Kim's excited. She wants to start on the interior. We'll see about that. That might come later this year, but yeah, ready to go. Let's get on the road and get you some more videos. Thanks for watching.